Today. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet, but obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot.
They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gibson again.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And here comes a return for the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And this is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man, when man coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Lawrence flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. First down, Brissett. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 6 catches, 69 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I am back. Missed me.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Nice voice. What's up?
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing. Brissett. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Rosas' kick is good.
Damn.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go play action now. Lawrence. Pass is caught. Hits Metcalf going across the field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks at 5-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now Lawrence. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are once again back in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster, finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Brissett. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Brissett sets to throw it. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And they'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Brissett again. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Once more, Gibson.
And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
78 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. They'll run with Robinson.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1 score.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Got him in, it's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And Washington able to strike for 6.
Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and a 9-yard run on the end of it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He'll find Metcalf. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Brissett now. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They go play action with Brissett.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 125 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Commanders, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 cribbin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pull out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
It's more than a
game. Don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.
Battle, petty, don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimmish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been in prison. No boy remorse, no cases in. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. Say, what you talking that funky. It about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money.